went bankrupt, and now being supported by the aftermarket, all in the same time, but HMG did not deliver a gun.
That's a full on right there.
That would have been fucking great to start the show with.
Yeah, right.
Well, we got
We
like the
can do it
last
again.
2 sentences worth.
Yeah. You should reiterate.
I tried to time it well, but can't always make greatness happen on the first try.
Yeah. Fuck it. We'll do it live.
That's
Some
why
are
we're on
born
episode 151 of They All Sucked.
Well, yeah.
Welcome, everyone, to Gunnit Live.
Speaking of 151, how many proofs are in this?
Probably 70.
Only 80.
That is a missed opportunity right there, Bart.
Ah,
What?
You blew it on naming the episode.
No, it's Whiskey and Wire.
Right, but it's not 151. Nobody makes a 151 whiskey.
Yeah.
Eh,
I mean, it could
Not
have
with
been
that
a Juan
attitude.
Rico sponsorship.
Now I guess I'm going to have to make a 151 whiskey to go with the rest of the things.
I bet you somebody's making 151 whiskey. It's just being
yeah,
sold.
it's like 199.
It's just being sold as ethanol to a whiskey distillery.
Yeah. In huge
All right, so I'm going to be
batches.
rude and continue to eat my dinner while you guys talk, so carry on.
We'll have to drink our beverages too, so
that's okay. I'm linking ammo.
I'm going to try and chew quietly. Hey, nice shirt, Ben.
Thanks, I tried. Yeah.
Oh, that is pretty. I have my
That's the one
David. No, I have my Skookumis Frig shirt on under my Dazzle camo.
That's the shirt you would have ended up with if you had come out, Pest. You
Me?
Sure. It was a hell of a time. You could have
Oh.
seen me fail horrendously with this machine gun right here.
Oh God,
Speaking of me
that
trying
was the-
Cola Warrior.
Yes.
Speaking of me trying Cola Warrior, did you guys see that video of that lady spinning on the?
Oh my God! Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was local.
74-year-old fucking
I am-
woman.
I'm shocked that didn't induce a stroke.
Oh,
yeah,
Mhm.
try didn't kill her on blood loss.
I'm
Or-
surprised
well,
you didn't induce a stroke on the people on the ground.
It either all so how does that work? It leaves your bowels and goes right to your head and your feet at the same time.
Yeah,
so you, black-
right.
So you white out and gray black out at the same time.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is when you're in C-spine like that, you can't clear your own airways. So, you puke. It's the greatest Zeus album. You asphyxiate on your own vomit.
Yeah.
I did expect to see a rocket of vomit shooting out of the thing. at
They
some
call
point.
those things screamer suits, by the way.
Oh, good. Yeah, no, a tagline would have been good on that. So that
I like how they
keep the
dicked
fucking
around
thing
for
from
like
spinning.
5 minutes with the guy like sticking his foot out trying to make it stop. Like that didn't work at all. And then they lowered her down again, raised her up again. Like fuck.
No,
How much-
velocity is how you kill that.
How much work would it take to put 500 feet of fucking nylon tape on that fucking thing so that it didn't? So it had a tagline that you could like unfurl as it leaves the ground.
Or
Taglines
maybe
have
anchor
problems
to
of
the
their
end
own.
of it.
No, taglines and anchors all have problems of their own. So I was actually talking to a local search and rescue guy up here in Mojave. We don't use taglines, as I understand it. I haven't been through the training yet because there are big safety risks inherent with that, and it doesn't necessarily stop.
Oh
Because
yeah,
it'll wind it up.
a light
Right.
tagline would go straight up into the prop.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
If
okay.
it's heavy enough to do any good, you now have an anchor for your helicopter.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Probably worse.
Well, shit. Anyway.
Well, the good news is they had her in there properly, so it didn't launch her out like a fucking watermelon seed when you're done eating them. Because it could very well have, with that kind of velocity, spit her right out the end.
Oh yeah.
Like
Maybe the perfect thing, and it's a steam engine thing. The balls out regulator.
There you go.
It's a real thing, and that's where the term balls out comes from. And yep, the ball. And it's made.
I
from
have
that
seen
shit.
those. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right,
Shit,
carry
there's
on.
my final Jeopardy category for next time.
Yep.
Anyhow, so Ben's machine gun at Cola Warrior was the best case of blue walls I've ever had in my life.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me put this belt I'm linking down. Yeah.
So we clear the whole fucking range. I talked to him about not killing my steel target stands and how to go about this. We've got a crowd of 40 people fucking standing around. I'm RO. We get them all lined up. He staggers his way up the hill. Did actually really fucking good on his run right up until this epic failure. Gets up there, plants the gun, or he shoots pistol, plants the machine gun, drops the belt in, charges it. Brat! Failure to fire. Extracts. Brat! Failure to fire. Extracts. Click. 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 Charge. 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 What? Fucked around for what? 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Had a guy who owns a transferable come over and try and help the whole thing, and it was one of those of I made the range call at that point of he has to fix it himself. You can point, you can grunt, you can hand him any tools, you can help verbally, but he's got to clear it himself. It was no
nothing.
good. Dead gun. Took
was the
all
issue?
of the rifle. He took every single rifle penalty, which is what, 13?
Yeah, there was a lot.
Yeah, that was an hour and 5 minutes in penalties there.
What was wrong with the gun?
Cartridge separation. Deadline the whole room.
Oh, you didn't
There was
bring your
no way I could have fixed it.
broken shell extractor, bro.
First time it ever happened with that gun. But got a solution for next year. And this is something I'm working on for Firearms News.
Better ammo.
No. He's a real man. We don't fix our problem. We buy a new one.
Oh yeah.
M240, better machine gun.
Ah, there you go. Shut up, John Browning. I am jealous of your fancy Belgian machine gun, though, sir.
Well,
Stop being poor, pest.
but it came from
You, mine's
Zimbabwe.
transferable.
This thing was Zimbabwean. It was used in the Bush Wars.
Oh, Jesus.
That is a floppy slaughter right there.
This is a floppy slaughter, just right. In fact, my serial number is going to be 1-2 slot floppies.
Oh boy.
Ooh, lad.
If I knew this was going to be this kind of show, I'm going to stick my dick in the mashed potatoes.
No reason this can't be fun.
My buddy Jen Mud has a probable Rhodesian 240 also.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's marked South Africa.
Tranny?
No. LOL. No.
It's Pride Month. Trannies are in season.
I didn't know that they called them that down in Texas way. Till I met Sebastian.
It is a great term.
Yep.
Seems like a no-brainer, but sure.
One would think so. So what are we drinking tonight, everybody?
Vodka.
Sir Mocha-Lot. Chocolate stout.
Oh, really? Oh, shit. You're going fancy tonight.
You want to borrow my pinky brace?
Oh, Ben, you quitter.
I've already got one, so that's a little bit better.
I'm back on my juice, but it's loaded with vodka and olives and hot sauce.
I got some distilled vinegar.
Ooh.
Nice.
Purity of essence, sir. Do not allow them to steal your purity of essence.
Need some grain
For
alcohol
you
and
kids
rainwater.
out there, out there, go Google Dr. Strangelove. Now you've got homework. We expect book reports from you all at the end of the week.
You can't read.
Right, that's why I watched the movie.
How can you do book report? How can you grade them?
They've got voice
And today-
text now.
And today, all you do is put a star on it for participation.
Right, no shit. Ralphie, you turned in a towel, not a book report. I'm helping.
Google Translate supports Dum Dum now.
No, fun fact though, BBC does support pigeon.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Fine.
I don't know what that is, but
It's a South.
Pigeon. Pidgin. Pigeon.
Yeah. It's
oh,
not-
Pigden.
In English.
Yes, gotcha. A little bit of a difference there.
So we got
So,
topics.
Yeah, we
What
have
are we doing for
topics.
topics? Yep, we've got tons of topics. We have a surplus of topics.
Yeah, we got 5-cent machine guns.
Oh, I got one of those.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're
Show
that
it.
feller. They told me
Show
about
it.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm that guy.
I say, didn't you destroy that after? using
No. No, I made a tag.
Is it serialized?
It's registered.
Let's see
I
here.
seen it.
There it is.
Nice.
That's
Got to have a little tag. There's my manufacturer's marks and a serial number.
Nice.
nice. Did you
All
ever
legal
know
and
that you're
legal.
my
I'm sorry.
hero? You're everything I wish I could be.
Yeah,
So
but you like to hang out
did
with
you come up
Grammys.
with idea all yourself, or is that something you saw somewhere else and just?
No, funny thing, it was cheap whiskey. I got to blame this on. I saw one of the Swift links, an illustration, and I thought, God, I really wish I had a Swift link. I said, wait a minute. I got a license. I can make a Swift link. So I went out, like I said, I was a few drinks into some cheap whiskey, and I went out into my workshop, and I said, all right, where's that metal? And the stock that I had that was flat bar stock was too wide. So I went, shit, I don't want to spend all night, making this work for a 5-cent drop-in auto sear. So, well, what else can I make this work with? I went, I don't know. I need some metal. What about a coat hanger? It's springy. It'll probably work. And no shit, 5 minutes into it, I function checked it, and as soon as it clicked, I went, holy shit.
Like a boy first discovering his dick.
Better tell Mom I did this.
I can't kill anybody with my dick. I've tried. But this is different. And I said, just like my dick, the whole internet's got to see this.
Not quite literally slaying pussy, but figuratively slaying pussy. Anyway.
The feral cat population is greatly reduced in his neighborhood.
Yeah.
Well, the great part is, this isn't the first thing that I'm kind of internet semi-famous for. I made the Form 1 frag grenade on a dare.
Oh, Jesus.
Fully functional. Got a tack and everything.
I need to do a little aside to that, though. Ben has created a fine tradition of coming up with amazingly wonderful toys, bringing them to Cola Warrior, and having them fail utterly.
Oh, yeah.
So
embarrassing.
He brought the grenade out to West 2, threw it. Where's the kaboom? There was supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom.
Yeah,
so he was there. I was down to the bottom of the hill. You tell the story.
Yeah, the filler I used, sensitized aminol, was it's extremely hygroscopic. It sucks in water like you wouldn't believe. At West 2, we were in snow most of the time. So it got desensitized. So as soon as I pulled the pin.
Everybody look at the sticker.
Yeah.
The sticker tells you everything you need to know.
Pull the pin, throw the grenade. The fuse functioned, but it wasn't enough to set off the aminol. So I had to do what's called SMUD, Standoff Munitions Disruption. Fancy term for I shot it with a crank off.
Crank at
15
15 yards.
Had a crank off.
Which he then used impressively to clear the range, which was goddamn impressive.
But it worked.
Yeah, that sucks, huh? Click, nothing.
Yeah. I guess that's why you don't do it in a sandbag donut in the first place, so that you can shoot it later.
Right.
Well, the great part about this frag grenade is the spoon is the serialized receiver.
He built a reloadable grenade.
See, that's smart, because I always say, like, the problem with registered grenades is that you have to buy new parts every time you. Yeah.
It was
not
in
buying new parts; it's registered in every time.
Yeah, it was in my drawing that I submitted with the Form 1 to the ATF. They approved it.
Yeah, I think Texmo is doing a reasonable Molotov cocktail in the same.
Yeah.
Sean Moonley. Yeah, I know. We talk all the time.
Those guys are awesome. Swear to God, best Facebook fucking page there is.
They shred Trump a ton.
Yeah. Actually, hell, he's helping me out here. This is one of the projects I got coming up. It's an RPG 7. I don't know if you can get the serial number.
Oh, yeah.
The One Rocket Man. That's my serial number for my RPG 7.
Reported as stolen.
Oh, yeah. That'd be hilarious, wouldn't it?
Oh, that's some cool shit.
All right, so we covered coat hangers. What's next on the list? I got stuff to do tonight.
Jesus.
Get this over with.
Slave driver. You trying to get into my job or what?
It's like on the crime.
Second topic.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
If you have something.
We lack direction, so this is perfect.
The smile.com and all the full auto Glock plates that the ATF is supposedly trying to hunt down like 4,000 of them or something ridiculous.
That is, yeah.
Good
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's not
you're
good.
gonna subpoena shipping records and customer data from China?
They are.
Good luck with that.
All they need to do is catch the guy who imported 150 of him, lean on him, pick those guys up, and lather, rinse, repeat, and they'll get 90% of them because most of those were probably done in large batches, not on individual levels.
Didn't Chug say he bought a couple of them to use for their movie stuff?
Mm-hmm.
I thought he did.
I looked at that and ran away screaming, "It's a trap!"
I thought he said that he didn't like the way they were. There was something about them he didn't like. I thought the way the design was.
Yeah, he had to take some out of the interns.
I bought one to Good Dimension.
What?
Yeah, you're kind of echoey.
Oh, sorry. They didn't work quite right. I got it for Dimensions and threw it away.
For
Wasn't
those
worth
who are
it.
wondering,
Take it away.
Ben is currently broadcasting from his closet. So when he's done on the show tonight, he'll be coming out of the closet.
Nice.
Thanks, Mitch. This is actually a project I'm working on for Be Ready magazine. This is a walk-in armory. My Harry Potter closet under the stairs is working on being a hardened walk-in armory here.
It's got a really sweet door on it. And other
yeah,
really cool upgrades.
Yeah. Mad
Needs some
props.
sound- I think it needs some sound deadening material.
Yeah. There's a headset will fix that too.
Mm.
Way cheaper.
Yeah, tried it. Had a problem with my laptop camera, so I had to go to a backup.
It's
Not
fine.
gonna
Everything's fine. All right.
So don't order your full auto. Yeah.
Yeah,
This isn't the first time this happened though, because it happened
Or
with
have them
those.
drop ship to your neighbor.
So here's
Right.
my real question. Those of you who are familiar with whatever fucking website this is, Smiler or whatever,
Smile.
find me some drop-in auto series, will you? I'm sure they're on there.
Apparently, they have like
Yeah,
knockoffs of anything you could possibly imagine. They have like Tragicon Red Dot knockoffs that are actually decent, I guess, from the people that have bought them. I don't know. They haven't really thrashed them as hard, but
Can we call them Tragicons?
there's something. I was going to make a joke, but it's probably gonna be very, very racist. So I probably should.
What happens if you drop ship some to like an animal shelter?
Oh, that's you're two birds
Dude,
with
that's
one
a black
stone.
hole
There you
right
go, yeah.
there. The ATF would know what to do with that field day.
Mitch, if you're looking for product ideas, this Swift link, I looked it up because I hadn't seen one in a while. Couldn't remember what it was, but that's an aluminum extrusion all day
Yeah.
long. Like boom, you could make 30 feet of it.
Then cut it. And,
Just put it in a fucking bandsaw or whatever, or a chop saw. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Shit.
The one I need to figure out how to make a drop-in auto sear for an AK because I don't really want to carve one up right now because they're stupidly expensive.
Tromic. Tony Rumor supposedly had a design for that one.
Really? All right. I'll have to look into it.
I thought I got one with the last parts kit I got.
A drop-in auto sear?
Not a drop. That's a regular auto sear, not a drop in.
Yeah, regular auto sear. My bad.
That's a drill in auto sear.
Yeah. Oops, that was loud.
It's not bad. We're good.
One of the Discord guys said that he had a Soviet fucking scope to get rid of. So I had a rifle that it needed to go on. So now I have this wonderful thing. And I think it needs a drop-in auto sear. But it's got the correct reticle in it, which is actually the same reticle I use on the MOA logo, because nobody else was using it and it's not trademarked here. So yeah, I think this is a
USP.
full auto would be entertaining. I don't know.
Yeah.
It says it's an AES 10.
Oh no, the scope.
Yeah.
Oh, the scope? I don't fucking know. It's in Russian.
No shit.
If you want that,
Oddly enough.
if you want that translated, I can call my Russian guy.
Jesus.
I don't know if I really want the Russian guys to know that I have this.
We've got a legit Russian on the Discord server too. We can ask Warden.
We've got a
FC's just flexing that he still uses the telephone.
No.
we've got a Russian and Cola Warrior, but he's actually from Nebraska.
It's gonna send him the telex.
Yeah, my Russian guy, he's technically not Russian. He's Ukrainian, but that's close enough.
There you go. That's part of Russia now, isn't it?
He can make a really kick-ass chicken Kiev.
Okay, Robert Mueller.
Don't they just call it chicken there?
We've lost video from Ben,
Damn it.
Okay.
but we still have echo, so we've got that going for us.
I could argue that when we've lost video, the show has improved.
That's true.
Depends on whose video.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of us are dead sexy.
Especially those of us with beards.
Hell yeah.
Damn straight. I forgot to put my body armor back on.
Yeah, I don't.
That's
I don't
okay.
have,
We'll leave it off.
I don't have a beard. I have a cry for help. I am very much like Omni.
That's not true because you haven't had one all your life.
God damn, but it's good.
I'm very much like Omni. I cannot grow facial hair worth a damn.
Not with that attitude.
What was it? Oh, fuck. The Rogaine was discovered that it regrew hair because it found out that people that were using it for steroids started like growing unibrows and shit. That's where the discovery of that drug came from.
Jesus.
I love the on the Papa Nambu, the grip safety here on the front.
Yeah.
All it does, it's going to be hard for you. All it does is it has a little bar that comes out into the bottom of the trigger.
Mm-hmm.
So when you push the grip safety down,
It lets the
stops
trigger.
the trigger from being blocked.
Huh.
Isn't that funny?
What the hell? Keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah,
Oh,
right?
boy.
They did. Yeah.
That's just, yeah.
But if you don't, yeah. But then if you're like Yakuza and have two of your fingers chopped off, you won't be able to use it correctly.
Right, exactly. Yes, you're fucked.
So,
Shoot.
do we need to get Blitz on here for story time, Ben? And the dangers of using a 1911 for self-defense? He may have wandered off. All right. So, old school Cola Warrior got in a firefight several years ago during a robbery and couldn't get his 1911 to work because he'd been shot through the hand and couldn't apply the grip safety.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So, I will actually talk to him about getting on here at some point because it's a good story to have.
I think I've read that one before.
Yeah, he's on ARFCOM. Blitz
Yeah.
308 is the screen name.
Yeah,
Which is a good segue into ARFCOM getting bought, if we want to go there.
Yeah. Sure. Why not? Just skip
Are they
around.
going to allow generic emails now?
I don't know, but I heard that Midway is in talks to buy Gunnit.
Mm-hmm.
Probably, yeah. It's a valuable property, though. I expect to profit immensely from that.
I gotta say, when you say AR-15's getting bought, it's just like, who would want to buy that gigantic trailer park? And then it's like,
The thing is, they have all those linked email addresses they can spam deals to now daily.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
They just bought a huge fucking base of customers they didn't have.
I heard all the paid members on ARFCOM are getting 25% off at Brownells from now on.
Palmetto State's already got everyone's email and credit card numbers.
There's paid people on ARFCOM. There's paid accounts. What?
Yeah, you got to pay for accounts there. If you want to have an avatar.
If like, for
Oh my
instance,
God.
if I were to advertise my company or sell guns on ARFCOM,
Oh God, don't even talk about that.
they want $200 a month.
Yeah, ARFCOM's been run as a business for a long time.
That's the base level to get into it.
How much was it? How much did they buy it for? Does anybody know?
A lot.
Who's the owner of the site?
The Avilas.
Yeah. Jose Avila.
A good New York boy.
What?
A good New York boy.
I don't think there's such a thing.
They moved to Texas a couple of years ago when New York went beyond full retard into plaid.
Still, it's you take the New Yorker out of New York. They're still New Yorkers, like Trump.
Take the New Yorker and put him in the White House. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, he's still a New Yorker.
Yeah.
Or actually, depending on the day, he's a Mar-a-Lago resident. So
that's just 4 times out of the week.
Yeah.
No. So I wonder if that means that ARFCOM's going to have to be more, shall we say, family-friendly PC now that they have a big corporate.
Less racist.
Market
less racist.
We're just going to send a weekend Gunnit and that'll kill the whole deal.
The counter argument is racism got them this far. So, you know. I mean, you stick with what's working, right?
Right.
If they buy Gunnit, do we get to use the Nitro Express shipping system?
That is a question for Mr. Larry Parker.
Do I still got to pay hazmat?
I don't know. I'll drop a line to my contact there.
Larry,
fill those orders at some point.
Larry should have got with Pete Brownell and said, "Hey, let's merge these things two things together and just run the table."
All monopolies are best.
Yeah, it's just good old fashioned John D. Rockefeller that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I want Boardwalk.
Maybe they hate each other though. You know, they start out as competitors, and yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's
I get along fine with Travis Gibson.
Maybe that's what they want.
Maybe it's like pro wrestling, and that's just what they want you to think.
Yeah, that's it.
Pro wrestling's still real to me.
That's literally what I just said.
I was saying it louder though.
Well, I said it better. I mean,
I didn't say it, but my not saying it meant a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's true, actually. So I was almost in your neck of the woods the last couple of days, Pest.
Why?
I went to a hot spring at a concert.
No. Which
Taught
hot
a girl
spring?
how to shoot. Verde. On the Verde River.
Oh.
Yeah.
In the Verde Valley?
Yep.
Nice.
Just outside Fossil Canyon something or another.
Is it one of them naked hot springs?
There were signs clearly stating no nudity that we hung our clothes on.
Nice.
Anyhow, so girl has been shooting twice previously. Hated it because guns are loud and scary. So I had a little suppressed Walther 22 or Ruger 2245 out there.
That is the best 2245.
It was fucking fantastic. It's got a Trijicon on it. So
you put an armor on that shit?
Fuck yeah, I did, and it was fantastic.
Nice.
So you don't have to think about it for aiming it. You don't have any recoil. You don't have any noise. No hearing protection needed. All good. So she couldn't get herself to fire that first fucking round. So I'm like, all right, let me show you. Not joking. It actually works. It's not going to fucking blow your socks off.
And then
Put around through it. She said, all right, you're not lying. And she proceeded to happily run the next 79 rounds that I had with me and did fucking fantastic and wants to go out and shoot more. So
why did you only bring 80 rounds of 22? You need to have just like a brick in the center console of your car.
Oh, I know. This was the box of mini mags that I had laying around without having to dig into the Connex.
Nah, you failed.
Oh, I know. I'm aware. I didn't expect her to actually shoot.
I'm going to borrow a phrase from Always Sunny. Shame, 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 shame.
I would be happy to accept any donations of 22 to have in strategic locations where I don't have to go dig for them.
That's usually called on the floor of your vehicle.
I
Yeah.
haven't had it that long.
Well,
There's
shame
probably
on you.
too many holes in the bottom. They'd all fall out anyways.
Yeah, you
No,
have
I
a
don't
Jeep,
live where
right?
things rust. Yeah, I
Mm.
drive a Cherokee.
Yeah,
But I
so
don't live where things rust, so my body's intact.
that-
My
that-
body's
that's-
full, unpierced, and untattooed.
That's bullshit. A Jeep will find a way to rust in the desert.
Sir, I disagree.
Yeah, it's balmy and humid when it's 5% humidity out here.
Mm-hmm. So at this point, we've got a 1/3 cola portion to the group and a what are we up to? Half Arizonan? I think
Should
we
be
should
some, well, Arizona's the proper place to be, so yeah.
we should start voting some new regulations in place for the group.
Well,
that's what
now
we need to
you
do
just
with-
rolled in here and already you're starting fucking making laws. Just
I
like
know,
the-
right?
Yeah.
Let's hear them out.
It's like your 20-day-old Reddit poster telling us how to run the sub. Oh my
And-
god, you guys
I
these
don't-
rules
I think it was
changed.
wrong that I was temporarily banned for simple violation of a rule. Well, you just went and looked up what rule you violated, didn't you?
Rules are dumb.
It worked.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
If you like our sub, the reason is because our sub
Sub
looks
cookie.
like the rules that we enforce on it. And if you don't like the rules but you like the sub, you're a hypocrite.
And since then, I've figured out your rules and I use them to my advantage as much as possible.
Perfect. However,
I don't want to hear it, man.
Or
They
just
changed the-
fucking PM me and say, "Hey, can you approve this post?"
Mhm.
They
That also
they
works.
changed the federal form because I followed the rules so well.
It's true. I usually only use the messaging you for approval to get around rules that aren't written down, though.
Mhm.
The unicorn prohibition is stupid.
The word filter, yeah. Well, that all those are just there because they got really fucking annoying once and nobody cleared them out.
We don't really see them quite as often. Every once in a while, family comes up,
Yeah.
or collection. Those are both really pretty popular still.
Line marriage. I'm going to use line marriage next time.
There you go.
What?
I've been rereading Heinlein.
The
The weird years.
And I got to do that too.
Do the audibles, dude. I'm doing Time Enough for Love right now, and it's fantastic.
Audible books are kind of expensive sometimes.
Not if you ignore the fact that they cost money and just pay for it on a credit card.
Very true.
This is a
There's
future.
always piracy.
This is a future me problem.
Mhm.
Oh, you
Me
know
a
what? We
year
should
from
talk
now when his
about,
subscription comes up is fucked.
we should talk about Ian's book and his Kickstarter.
Ooh.
I went ahead and did that, even though I don't really give a shit about French firearms.
I don't give a fuck about French firearms, but I like. the
They're all
fact that
silly.
The
All right,
French
I'll
don't
go
give
get
a
it.
fuck about French firearms.
He got over $800,000 for his fucking Kickstarter. That was pretty badass.
Yeah. So, how many patrons were there? Like 20? Was it 3,000? It turned
Oh.
out to be like almost $300 per person. I thought the people
Oh,
kick
so-
in.
Oh, they must have had a lot of people spend a lot of money then. I didn't.
I
Same
kicked
deal, boys.
I kicked in for one book.
I did the one book with the signature.
Yeah. I think it
Number
really
2 book
shows
on
you how much
Kickstarter,
that
though.
social media and followers can really bring shit like that. Can just
Well,
haul in money like
He's
no
worked
other.
on that book for several years too. I mean,
Merch,
it's not
merch
like-
is a real thing, and this is really, really super high end merch. Like,
Yeah.
I poured out my fucking innermost thoughts on paper for you. It took a long time, and here's my merch.
Yeah.
He still got beat out though by the kids book. The number 1 book is a kids book, and the number 3 book's a kids book. And then there's a French firearms book fucking placed in the middle.
Hmm.
Nice.
That's beautiful.
On Kickstarter?
Yeah.
What was
number
the
one
number 1
kids
kids book? Go the Fuck to Sleep by Samuel Jackson?
Go the fuck
It was
to sleep.
something like that. It was going to fucking too, actually. But, it got 866,000. So he missed it by like 60,000.
I wonder if
Alright.
that money gets taxed.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Has
He's got to
to.
report that as income.
it's a big fat 1099.
Plus,
Yeah,
Kickstarter gets their cut.
man.
All right, as long as we're going over books, we have a book recently written by a Cola Warrior Afghanistan vet.
Oh wow.
So I just posted the link in group chat and in the Gunnit live Discord. So this guy is actually a multiple Cola Warrior champion, as well as I think he retired as lieutenant colonel.
A darling of a man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hell of a nice guy. And he's a hell of a writer. I'm only a couple chapters into it, but it's
He is a great human being.
He doesn't know where you live. Don't worry about it, Ben.
I bet he does.
Probably.
Then he'll appreciate the claymore that I have.
Are we doing that? Are we making a reloadable claymore?
Face towards
What?
enemy.
I have a non-reloadable claymore shell, and I'm waiting on a federal explosives license.
Yeah, I think the problem with making it reloadable is making the reloadable part locatable after you fire it.
Well,
Actually, I solved for that.
The stake
Yeah.
that goes in the ground. One of the stakes in the ground.
Yeah, it's not gonna stay there unless the
That makes
stake's
for a
like
fun
6
Easter
feet
egg
long.
It'll be
Just
cool.
tie it off with some string.
Yeah, why don't you let me solve that problem? I got this. I'm gonna need about a case of cheap whiskey, and I'm on it.
I thought you quit
ball
drinking.
bearing is the serialized part.
Actually, just
All we need is 3 years and a metal detector. We will find that fucking thing. Boom.
Marco.
No, see, you're thinking about the problem the wrong way. If you think about it using a traditional claymore, then that's not the way to approach it. Now, if you think about it like a beehive round for a 40 millimeter that's explosively initiated, then you're thinking about it the way I thought about it.
But that's not a claymore.
But it is, my good man. It is a functional claymore.
but then
when
you have
you
to have like a fuse or a
No.
distance fuse.
No,
To
think
blow
about
your
it.
beehive when it clears the
No,
casing.
no. Consider this. You've got a plate of aluminum about an inch and a half thick. You've got it's drilled with 22 long rifle diameter chambers.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah. Now
So it's not a
behind,
traditional claymore; it's like a metal storm thing.
yes, it's like a metal storm thing,
Yeah, those dum-dums probably have patents on
but
that
it's
shit.
effectively a reloadable Pirate X pellet or what have you, and a burst disc.
No,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
I have ideas.
Yeah, I already had it. I just gave you that.
No,
That
I'm
you've been
extrapolating.
had.
No,
I'm
no.
extrapolating from
Are you
your ideas.
sure?
I'm gonna make Ben. It's all right. I'm gonna make it for free for a good friend.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't make money being a gun
Good
writer
friend.
or an SOT.
You do make money with your FFL.
I try
which is a
super hard
legitimate
to make
business.
money, ATF. I just fail at it. That's all.
I make a profit, just not enough to quit my day job or my side job or
But
my
I'm
other
working
side
on that
job.
really
Don't the
hard.
beehive
ATF.
rounds aren't those a DD anyways?
No, they're not. No, they're just ammo.
Huh? Because I know you can get those for like the 37 millimeter launchers and stuff.
Yeah,
Well,
that makes
if you
it- that
combine
makes
it with
the
a
launcher
37 millimeter, then that's a destructive device. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not. You're not launching it. It's still just shooting out of the tube. Like
Right, but a drop-in auto sear is not a machine gun.
But it's anti-personnel.
Except it's a machine gun because the ATF said so. Likewise, a beehive is not a destructive device because it's going in an already registered destructive device or turning something that wasn't a destructive device.
so, you have
into
to have a
destructive
40
device.
millimeter before you can get one of those. That would be
You
Yes.
can form one at a 37 mil and turn it into a DD.
Yes, that is true.
Because loading
but-
up one of those beehive rounds would be way easier than doing the fucking stupid chalk rounds with 37 millimeters.
So
Yeah, that's
I have
true.
a project. I have a
Rat
fuckload
shot.
of artillery simulator rounds.
Nice.
These are 20 gauge, and I'm working on making a similar to a beehive setup that'll take these and will go in your registered destructive device to launch a artillery simulator round that goes poof and bang when it hits.
And
Much
keep
to the
in mind-
giggling of everybody involved.
those beehive rounds aren't being produced anymore. They were produced under license by DeGroat, and the ones that are out there are the ones that are out there based on my understanding and conversations. So,
DeGroat.
so if you got a 40 millimeter and you really want a beehive, now's
Or
the time to find it.
you get one and reverse engineer it and start making for 37 millimeters.
That would be a tenuous position as an SOT at best for liability.
You just have to sell it to someone who's
Coming from the guy who formed one at a grenade. Liability!
There's a difference
Individual.
between making it and
Regulated.
selling it to idiots.
Yeah. I guess speaking of sales, Salesforce.
Oh yeah.
That is a travesty.
Yeah. So you start, and then I got something to say.
I mean, I don't know a whole lot about it. I'm sure. I think Fluffy was talking about this earlier, and they're obviously a very large company. And actually, I don't know what they do because I don't do that tech shit at all. I assume they're a clearinghouse for like
Salesforce is
They
a client
do
management program and
They do
sales
all the
program.
back-end stuff, basically.
So real companies who do real business have got databases set up. Microsoft Access is a fucking awful way to try and do it from experience. And basically you've got a database set up with all of your customers in it where you can track their invoices, all their contact information, who your contact is there, all that sort of thing. Assign it to project managers. Project managers can check in and out on the projects. It's a way to manage, for lack of a better term, they did a good job.
You can manage
Yeah,
yourself.
I mean,
Right.
their stock symbol is CRM. That stands for Customer Resource Management. So
Mhm.
that's what they do.
These
They
customers haven't been bugged by us in like a month.
They
Somebody
keep
go bug
kicked
them.
Siebel's ass to the curb.
So they're not allowing people who sell guns to buy their application.
So RSR is pissed, is what that comes down to.
But I'm sitting here on salesforce.com/solutions/industry/government/overview/defense, looking at F-35s and shit, going,
Well, governments can use it. You don't want to fuck with them.
guns are bad, but
The answer is their policy is selected items. So if you sell an F-35, that's on the approved list. But if you
Right.
sell a semi-automatic rifle that has a magazine of more than 10 rounds, that's on the not approved list.
this application is only for statist cronies.
Bootlickers
So-
only apply.
Saudi government's totally okay.
Saudi
yeah.
government's fine.
They have-
SC is right out. Although most of us have that policy. We like our bills to get paid.
Would you like to
Nobody's
go
laughing. What?
swimming in the guest harem, or
Well, it's the same kind of idea of what's an IED and what's a bespoke destructive device. I mean, tomato. It's
So
artisanal ordnance.
The best NFA fuckery I've ever heard about from an SOT was TXMGO apparently put in paperwork to build a suicide vest. And the story, as I get it, they filed their, hi, we'd like to build this. And it was on the, you have to ask, but it's a shall issue type thing for SOTs or FELs, I guess, in that case. And the ATF called up Sean and said, so we're not saying no, but we'd like to know why.
Yeah,
Give
so
us a why and we're in.
Mannequin.
It's almost like there's not a note that you're going to attach to this vest, is there?
Right.
Yeah.
So
If
There's a manifesto involved.
Should have said one reason, inshallah.
Yeah.
Inshallah. My
You know,
understanding.
Aloha snack bar.
You could
They were
file,
Hawaiian
you could
material.
file a Form 1 or a Form 4 under, legal purpose, inshallah.
Mm-hmm.
Depends what
That will
legal
probably get additional.
Just-
I
review.
wouldn't.
Just put religious reasons.
Now,
So
see, that's a funny thing.
That didn't
for
work
my
for
grenade,
David Koresh though.
Yeah, that's true.
for my grenade launcher, I put because chicks dig grenade launchers.
Right.
They approved it because they understood that chicks dig grenade launchers.
And chicks digging grenade launchers is not legal. If you wrote jihad, that would be illegal.
Well, but that's First Amendment rights there.
Holy
They can't
war.
try. You're supposed to be keeping the government out of my religion.
Yeah. That brings us back to the coat hanger thing, I think.
Right. For all lawful
Yeah.
purposes.
The Planned Parenthood.
Yeah.
All right. Trump and suppressors. I'm just keeping this thing rolling.
Ooh.
Fuck that.
It's shitty because most of the time he says something and you're like, well, fuck, he's just a moron. It's not going to make a difference. But the last time he did it, he actually got the pump stocks banned.
Yeah, what if he's right?
Yeah.
I'm just really glad that the assault on gun rights ended.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm telling you,
Look,
mandatory
I think
louders.
we can-
That's
I
all.
think
That's
we
the
all
answer.
agree.
What?
I think we
Mandatory
all-
louders. We need to have louders. We need guns
Yeah.
to be as loud as possible.
I think we can all agree that we are all glad that it's not Hillary saying that she
I don't know.
If it was Hillary, the Republican Congress would actually do something about it.
Yep. They'd be like, fuck you, Hillary. You're not getting this done. Instead, it's like,
What-
oh, Trump did it. It's totally okay.
I don't fully grasp the reason the guy used the suppressor, but what we need to do is we need to create a federal structure to where there's an 8 to 12 month waiting period and a high level of regulation, just to make sure that this sort of thing never happens again.
Yeah.
Well, it needs to be at least 6 months.
He
All the
probably just wanted to protect his hearing. I mean,
time. Right.
The thing I'm saying is that this wouldn't have been an issue if Furman Supreme had been in the White House today.
Yeah.
I agree.
the ATF
Literally
rate is too damn
anybody
high.
else. Anybody else that would actually follow law and procedure. That would help too.
But
The problem-
you've
the
just
problem-
trying to
eliminated
do an
everybody who
end run
runs
around
for
everything.
president.
Yeah, the problem with presidents is anybody who can actually become president shouldn't be president.
Correct.
The strict constitutionalist folks, they're going to say your Second Amendment rights are not infringed if we ban suppressors, because that's a peripheral device and not an actual armament.
That sounds like
We're going to protect the right to bear arms. Right to bear arms. not right to bear
Firearm law, it's a firearm.
the
We're
clever
we're
thing about
actually waiting for the Supreme Court to weigh on that decision this week.
No, they're not
No,
going
they're
to weigh on it. They're just
they're
granting
just-
cert.
Right.
Yeah,
They're deciding
exactly.
whether they're going to weigh on it.
Yeah.
That's my point.
And they're not.
Even with Trump's picks on the Supreme Court, I will wager a finite amount of money that says the issue goes our way, but it still goes our way 5-4.
Yeah. The thing is, like any Republican you had in that seat was going to nominate those people. It's just the Federal Society list judges. He didn't pick those people personally. He has no fucking clue who those people are.
Right.
Who was the other Republican running for president at the time?
I forget. There's 18 of them at the time.
Cruz, Rubio.
Hold on. Are we really going to run down the Republican clown car?
Do, 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 do.
Honk, honk.
The only thing missing is the little bottle of seltzer water and I was gonna say the makeup, but no, he's got that
No,
covered.
they've got that covered.
I get it because everybody's like, you can't vote for a Democrat because a Democrat's not going to support your gun rights, and I totally
certainly
understand that,
Yeah.
can't vote
and I
for Clinton.
totally get that. But the problem is that when you have an elected Republican that doesn't respect your gun rights, apparently all the Republicans that would have fought tooth and nail against a Democrat against them just rolls over. That's our problem. I mean, they say, oh, we couldn't have got the HBA passed because we didn't have cloture. Well, bullshit. You got all those fucking tax repeals and permanent tax cuts for the corporations, and you didn't have cloture for that shit.
Bart, cloture.
Whatever.
But
I'll call it a cloaca, like a turtle anus, because it fucking
Culture
sucks.
is the trans.
These are clown days, man.
It's not just an anus; it's also
technically,
a
it
wiener.
stinks.
A cloaca is both an anus and a wiener. It's the
I think
It's
Bart's
a multifaceted
it's a
orifice.
I would like to
Sporty
put
genitalia.
forth a proposal to
To
change
any
the
animal.
word cloaca, which is unpronounceable, to just politician, because we all know what it means.
I think Bart's position can be summed up with the bumper sticker that I saw the other day. NRA, stand and fight, unless it's Republicans.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
basically it.
Yeah.
Reptiles be dropping number 3, bitches.
Not real activists. That's what the NRA stands for.
Yeah.
Negotiating away rights. No, that's negotiating rights
Rights
away.
away.
Close. Whatever.
Oh.
You're not good at spelling, Mitch.
No, I'm not. I'm a geologist. I don't have to. I have a rock hammer.
So basically, you're Andy Dufresne.
Time and pressure. Time and pressure. Also, I didn't shoot my wife.
Yeah, and the correct answer for any of your questions is plate tectonics.
Subduction leads to orogeny.
And cleavage.
Metamorphic.
Are we going to just
rock.
turn this into geology puns now?
Did I just hear abduction leads to what?
Subduction leads to
Yeah.
orogeny.
I don't know where this is going, but I don't like it.
Geology.
You're in
Right.
Florida, of course. You don't have any idea what subduction
It's
is.
gonna be metamorphic for sure.
You should know what rising sea levels are, though.
Stop
Get
being,
this.
stop being so igneous.
Get a load of this shit.
No schist.
Something shale.
Hey, Gio, when you got married that first time, did you have the DJ play "We Will Rock You" at the?
Nah, we eloped, but that's a good idea. The next time I never get married.
Nice.
See, you say that, but then you might find somebody really special.
You never know.
He had a rocky point in his marriage.
Oh,
Ooh,
nice. Nice.
Love on the rocks.
Mm.
Yep.
One can take it for granted I'm not getting married again.
Granite. You spelled granite wrong.
You say that, just wait until you knock somebody up, and you might get married.
Fuck no. I'm a pro coat hanger.
I'm going to rock the Casbah.
no. You shouldn't even need a coat hanger. Just push her down the stairs. Do it old school.
You guys are horrible people. You know that?
You're welcome. Welcome to the group, Ben. I knew you'd fit in.
We try.
Oh, you
I think
brought a coat hanger.
There's only half of us have kids here, so
Yeah.
Yeah,
Things
yeah.
that we're aware of.
Yeah,
This
the
is
rest of
very
us
true.
are involuntarily celibate.
Incel.
Shut the fuck up. I don't have kids and I'm not involuntarily celibate. I'm
You're not involuntarily celibate. You're fat.
I'm not fat and big boned.
my wife lets me fuck as many socks as I want.
God, I never got that jizzing in a sock.
I've never done that. I've never had any interest in it. I don't understand how other people.
That sounds like chafing to me.
Yes, that's exactly. It's just like I
I
haven't-
get like athlete's foot on your sack too.
Ew.
It's an athlete's dick. What? It happens.
Oh,
Yeah.
that would
The
fucking
worst is
itch.
when you get a yeast infection down there. That's even worse.
Sheesh.
How do you do
Never
that?
had
On your feet?
Is
Yeah.
that from working in a
Yeah.
bakery?
Yes.
It's a
so-
yeast infection. It's fine.
Making
You
bread?
fucking people.
Somebody's been fucking donuts.
You haven't?
I've never had a yeast infection.
Everybody needs a hobby. Don't kink shame me.
There's
I
a reason.
think,
There's a reason they call it Wonder Bread.
I think we've well established that we will do whatever we damn well please on this show.
I do what I
He's got
want.
his picture up at the local Krispy Kreme. Do not serve this man.
Do not give this man plain donuts. He will return. cream
Did
filled
you
donuts.
remember that case where this guy, he had his ritual every day? He would go to the Krispy Kreme donut store and get a donut, and he got pulled over for like running a stop sign or something like that. And the cops like, those are crack rocks in your in your passenger seat, and they sent it to the lab, and they arrested the guy for crack, and the lab came back, nope, it's just Krispy Kreme donut glaze.
Slip them a 50 and see if you can be alone with their frosting curtain for a minute.
$30,000 the city had to pay out in a wrongful arrest lawsuit.
Awesome.
Yeah, the problem is with that glaze, it's like super hot. So no erogenous zones right there.
Not with that attitude.
Didn't we have a
Sorry.
couple members who got tied up in a drug? It was FC, wasn't it? Who got tied up in a drug bust over jelly beans or something?
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
Gummy bears.
I don't want to. No, I'm not having that discussion tonight. No way.
Bad idea or worst idea ever.
Shut up.
You did it again. What was the result of that?
Shut up.
Did it go well?
Shut up.
No, seriously. Come on, answer my question.
At that point, it's science. He's not screwing around because there are notes available.
Yeah. No, I mean, the second occurrence is what I'm wondering about.
I want to hear it.
It was announced that it was happening, but it was the result was never announced.
Shut up.
Well, no, come on. Did it go badly? I assume it went badly.
See, his mistake was not sending one giant gummy bear.
The problem with sending one giant gummy. Why am I even talking about this? The problem with sending one giant gummy bear is you can't get the gummy bear in the box at that point. Then you've got to get a different box. A regular sized gummy bear act like packing material. They freeform.
Yeah, but then
They're gelatinous. Of course they did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then they lead people to go, hey, why is this guy sending a bunch of gummy bears?
What you should do is get yourself a giant gummy bear mold, melt a bunch of the gummy bears, make a new gummy bear containing the item you're sending.
Ooh.
So that the person who wants to check the serial number on it has to dissect the gummy bear and then call the person you sent the item to
Scalpel.
Did it get cosmoline flavored gummy bears?
Get over here and assist me in this dissection so that we can get you the fuck out of my fucking store.
I want cosmoline flavored gummy bears.
Oh, what is wrong with you?
Mm.
That's more of a Jelly Belly thing. They'll do all the weird shit for you.
Jelly Belly. We'll do the weird shit for you. They're like the Motel 6 of confectionery.
Speaking of cosmoline, it's getting about warm enough that I could take my A6 flash hider out and set it in the sun to decosmoline itself soon.
Nice.
Like 105 on the ride home today.
Oofta.
Fucking flatlanders. Get up into the mountains. You don't have that.
Oh, are you down here too?
65 here today. That's about the same.
Yeah, wing that's Phoenix General.
Aha. Yeah. I didn't go
West
outside.
Valley, bro.
Saw it. Yeah, he started on the west side.
West side. Right?
Yeah. Ooh, oh man. I can't flash blood.
I could never do that because my fingers aren't that.
Yeah, they don't crinkle that way.
I recently learned that's an old white person thing, not anybody ever in a gang thing.
Sir, you're an old white person. You can get away with it.
I understand, but I thought I was super secret and stuff. As Ira Hayes' grandson taught me how to do it.
Really?
Oh, do you mean like it's actually hard because you actually have to use like both fingers to like move your shit over.
Mm-hmm.
And my joints aren't that shitty yet, so I can't.
Oh, there it is. There, Pinky's ruining it because I can't.
Yeah, but you can totally do the British thing with pinkies out, yo.
Hang
what
loose,
about middle fingers? Middle fingers work?
Yes, there you go.
Kinda.
My nose. Woo.
Oh, you can.
Then you can say hi.
he's setting up bits under the camera. Hi.
these are my Trump hands. I need to get my drink. See, and
he's got an army of black-clad thespians below the frame.
Costume change.
Hey, Mark, when you bought those hands, were they advertised as Trump sized?
They were not, sadly enough.
Oh, they should have been.
Yeah.
New marketing campaign. So, what plate carrier are you wearing tonight, Bart?
This is my Cry JPC.
And how do you like it?
It's nice. I like it. It's very comfortable.
Seems
Has lots of nice pockets up front. It has both 3 magazine pockets for rifles.
It's no attack.
Yeah. I think S-Tax and
that reminds me.
S-Tac is on my chest, gentlemen.
yeah. I always thought they're from Nebraska, but they're not, are they?
No, they're Northern Washington.
Yeah.
I need to get my plates from my body armor person. I ordered them. I ordered them at SHOT Show, and they said it's going to be about 6 months. It's been 6 months. Where's my fucking armor?
You're only at 4.5 months from SHOT Show, sir. We just started June.
I meant SHOT Show the year before.
Damn.
Oh, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Speaking
No,
of
they're just following the HMG method of.
Well, Magpul's latest and greatest takes 2 SHOT Shows to actually get out. So
I think Sig is fine. They released their little Death Star cans that were completely 3D printed, and I had a whole bunch of people calling me about it. I'm like, it's Sig. It's just because it's at SHOT Show in January means it'll probably be orderable next January.
no, you'll see it in June after the following SHOT Show.
Yeah, something like that.
Right, so you could order them a year later, and then they finally show up 6 to 8 months after that.
Right.
Maybe.
How are the bipods? I haven't gotten a hold of one yet.
They're good. They're shockingly good for $100.
Really? All
Yep.
right. I need bipods, so I may do that.
It's all the functionality of an Atlas without, well, not all the functionality because you can't pop the feet on and off instantaneously. You got to roll pin them. But other than that, it's basically an Atlas for $100.
Cool.
I used mine at Big Sandy last, and it was quite good. Last and previous, actually.
Where in Washington is S-Tac? Somebody asked.
Very northern on the coast. They're actually on an island north of Seattle.
They're
Like an
practically
island.
Canada.
Yeah, they're basically Canadians.
So they have to get the bridge to go there.
Yep. They just got a whole huge new facility. So I think they spend most of their time playing airsoft in it now.
Interesting.
They've got a whole range full of steel at their place, including fine products by MOA and MGM.
Did they buy from them, and then you brought them over, then they don't buy from them anymore, or is it just closer for the shipping?
The shipping's actually fairly moot at this point. I've gotten good enough rates that the shipping is fairly nominal on most of my big stuff, and the small stuff all ships in a flat rate box.
Yeah. Which my postal carrier hates, but
Yeah, I know. Isn't that great?
Hey,
actually, I just tell her whenever you get a box that's all beat to shit, looks like everything's falling out of it and weighs like 60 pounds, don't even bring it to my house. I'll just come by the post office and pick it up.
Yeah. Yep. But the adult toy stickers make it really delivery for home quite friendly.
Yeah. I used some of those. I shipped something to Omni once, and I used those, and he got pissed because I sent it to his workplace.
I get some of the best customer feedback from those stickers. The best probably was when I sent a 6-paddle dueling tree, so the better part of 6 feet tall, to somebody on ARFCOM. Shows up at his house. He's at work. Wife sends him a text. Honey, why is there a 75-pound, 6-foot-long, 6-inch diameter pack marked adult toys on the porch? That was a good one.
None of your damn business, woman. Go back to the.
It's a silicone fuck doll. They ship them all rolled up. You just got to unroll them, and they just kind of
memory foam.
Yeah.
You'll find out tonight. Happy anniversary.
You ever seen the Naked Gun when they bring out the Swedish fuck toy, the gas powered one?
Yeah. What?
I haven't seen that in forever. All I remember from
that was like an off scene.
I don't remember.
Nice beaver. Thanks. I just had it stuffed.
Oh, yeah. I remember that one because Presley lady.
No, it's the Swedish when he like pulls and it like starts up this gas powered thing. And he pulls up. There's a
oh no. That's not from that. That's from Eurotrip.
No, pretty sure it was from Naked Gun.
No, it's from Eurotrip, from Club Wander 6.
No, there's that one too, but there's one in Naked Gun too, because I remember his partner doing it. Now I'm gonna have to look it up. God damn it.
Every
Think
good
that's a
joke
friend
has
of mine.
been every
Don't
good
make
joke
me
has been
Google that
copied
shit.
at least once.
Frank Drebin, yep. And yeah, that was from
Naked Gun.
Say, we finally got that metal D83 Swedish sure grip suck machine that you ordered.
Sure grip. Nice.
It's a
MC's
gift.
Hanging out at Telex.
Yeah. He's writing down some shit he's going to call somebody and say.
Direct station,
Mhm.
Australia.
So I say back on our last topic is the words by the Cheeto and Chief gonna spawn a new run on silencers, or
We
people
can
just gonna be
only
like,
hope.
That's what
Right, Joe?
I couldn't
mean-
hear a word of that. Say again.
I said we can only hope, right, Gio?
Yes, yes. I'm
I think
encouraging
you guys
everybody to
should start
file.
you should start posting now. You know, get your silencers now before they're gone. So start hyping it up.
Mhm.
yeah,
No,
but,
no.
but if they're
That's completely
banned,
we have run out of these 5 SKUs today.
Yeah.
Right.
Now
I need
let-
need the commander and Cheeto to start talking about AR 500 targets being a big problem.
You mean military grade targets?
Mm-hmm.
Full
Sponsor
on
it.
the ones you already put the 25%
Great.
tariff on.
If you want that to happen, all you got to do is sponsor a Killdozer project.
Ooh, there you
We
go.
would
That
talk.
reminds me. I'm
Committed.
out of China.
The problem with tariffs is it doesn't fucking matter what country it's on. The country it is in will automatically raise the prices by that much on their stuff.
Well, of course.
This didn't make American steel 25% cheaper than Chinese. It made all steel 25% more expensive.
No, it made all steel that's not from China 25% cheaper.
No, it made all steel 25% more expensive.
the consumer is just going to pay for that. That's not China paying for that.
Yes,
That's
but
not
the
how the
consumer
market
pays for
works.
it by reducing how much steel they're using.
Yes, I've cut my steel consumption considerably.
We should just
That's because you drive a 10-year-old car, right?
7-year-old.
7-year-old.
Newer cars are aluminum, so
Yeah, there's still some steel in them. Aluminum actually got taxed too.
Mm-hmm.
actually, what it means is we might not spend so much effort shipping fucking scrap metal back to China.
Scrap went through the floor. You are correct.
Yeah, we stopped. China stopped buying our recyclables, so now all that stuff we send to the recycling bin is just getting burned again.
No, it's just
As it should be.
They
it's
stopped,
getting
they stopped
it's-
buying all
it's-
of our soybeans and meat too.
it's
New
getting
opportunities for
re-smelted.
innovation. There's
it's
startups
getting-
that are working to get rid of that recycling.
It's all right. Keep burying it in the desert. We'll go
Speaking
back
of
and mine
reduction
it in
of
15
steel,
years.
High Point has a new firearm.
Oh, what's it named?
Zinc, Zinky McZinkface.
Zinky McZinkface.
That would
Did
be
you submit
perfect.
that?
Nobody steal that. That's
Did you
my
submit it?
contest.
Did
No,
you submit it? Well, why
nobody
not?
steal it though because I got dibs on that.
Oh, is there a oh no, you stole my fucking license plate. I'm on this bitch.
I did not. I put a 5.
And you guys are in the same state
Fine,
too.
it's
That
Zinky
even sucks
McFiveface.
even more.
You two, why don't you go right down to licking things to claim them as your own?
He said a particular plate was available. It was not. I modified my search, got the result.
So I'm just gonna claim Zinky McFiveface.
Do what you.
It's fine.
You go ahead. Enter the contest. Go ahead. I'm not gonna enter any.
I didn't even know there was a contest.
I don't
right
want
now.
a free High
Is this
Point.
like Seinfeld? I didn't even know there was a contest.
I totally
Yeah.
want a free High Point. Why wouldn't you want a free gun? Come on.
Yeah. Everywhere those free guns.
I have a free XD and I've shot it twice.
I'd make a machine gun out of that High Point.
Somebody needs to.
I'm sure somebody has.
It should. Well, yeah, but it should be posted and it should get 7,700 upvotes, and then it should be explained to like we could have fights about how it's not just a disabled disconnector; it's actually got a fucking auto sear and stuff. It'd be fun.
Like
Recent-
Like that Star BM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
BM. Yeah.
Bowel movement.
Yeah.
At least it
Pretty
has
gun.
switch on it.
Things I noticed about the new High Point, it has a skeletonized trigger that appears to be a replacement, like safety dingus thing, like a Glock. They're doing Glocky shit now. Has a forward rail, a threaded barrel, swoopy.
The slide looked
slide
less
design.
zinky.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
they
it looks
put
pretty-
ankles on it.
Yeah. It's less blocky. Now it's more just huge and
It looks like they've advanced forward to a
Bevelly.
tremendously
Mhm.
more complicated
Oh, how
die
about
cast.
Zinc
What?
McBevel face.
Zinky McZink face.
We're getting closer.
Traditionally, it's thingy McThing face. You know, you have to repeat.
I
the thing.
understand that.
Oh yeah, okay.
But this is an
Traditions
innovative
were
gun.
made to be
This is a
broken.
tradition.
That's true. And actually, the word tradition.
so is their
typically-
extractor by the looks of it. It's like 1 millimeter thick.
Is it as
that's
bad as
the,
the Hudson extractor though?
Oh God. The
It
high
looks-
point traditional extractor is what you're trying to say there?
Yeah.
It looks well rounded, meaning they're using an extruded stock kind of thing that, like a continuous cast kind of something with rounded edges built into it, and then they have sharp edges where they saw cut each part to.
So they've skipped right over that whole MIM bullshit and gone right to even a crappier method?
Yeah, well, yeah. What I think is happening there is like a wire, it's almost like a wire die machine kind of thing, where they're putting a piece
Like
of flat stock through.
like the part that makes like links for a chain, but just not just bending it all the way over. Just
Yeah, well, it's actually just shitting out a ribbon like miles long or whatever, and then and it's coming through a die, so it's got rounded corners, and then they just chop it off and cut a slot in it and drill a hole in it, and poof, you have an extractor. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah. Anyway,
I think stamping it out of steel stock would probably be, well, I don't know.
oh yeah,
if
that's what it is.
yeah.
It's probably
Yeah,
die
just feed
cut.
it in and go through a die.
Yeah. There's a large. There we go. Let me look at this thing. 1600 some odd by whatever picture.
I just posted the link again to shill for the fundraiser for a friend who had the stroke. We are coming up on the raffle date.
Nice.
And I don't know, about 2 weeks, I think. Something like that.
I still need to buy a couple tickets. I keep forgetting.
So, oh my God. Okay, so here's the picture I'm looking at. It's 1600 by some odd pixels. The slide looks like it has 3D printed. It looks like they use a 3D printed investment casting mold kind of thing.
Oh yeah, it does.
You can see 3D print striations in the
Yeah.
Where the grooves are.
So I don't know if that's a prototype or what, but they might be 3D printing wax or PLA positives or whatever to make negatives from, and then they're investment casting
That
that.
is a quality
instead of
gun
die
there.
casting it. That looks investment cast, not die cast.
Huh.
But yeah, they're totally the extractor is. They're actually it looks like they're using a grinder to round the front corner there by hand, and then
What the fuck is the TIE Fighter logo thing at the bottom? What is that all about?
it's reminiscent.
This is the Interceptor version.
This totally looks like a prototype in this
Yeah.
photo. Yeah.
Oh, I want one.
Look at the
Well, I
cut of the
mean, for
trigger.
them, prototype is like their finished piece, right?
Hey, don't
Sometimes.
judge.
They surface ground the sides of the barrel after or before
Yeah.
they stamp 9mm on it, and they use a super rough wheel.
Well,
So that you can actually see a little bit of flare to the extractor. So they're probably striking that in a die, like you guys were discussing, but I don't think that's ground at all. I think it just goes in there.
The rounded nose on if you zoom in on the picture I linked to, the rounded nose is definitely ground, and it's definitely flat profile in the front there.
Alright. Yeah, it is.
It looks
grounded.
hand ground too
Yeah.
because there's two reflection
Mhm.
panels on
Quality Dremel smithing right there, my friend.
it. No, that's a guy in Mansfield, Ohio, standing in front of a bed
That's
grinder
you're
all
talking
day
about C-Cam
with headphones on, going jamming out to Whitney or Taylor and fucking grinding extractors all day. Do.
Look at the trigger. You got the
Mm.
same strike at the bottom on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's hot,
So-
man. I want one.
He spends a day doing extractors, and then he spends a day on triggers.
I think this
That
photo.
way you don't get bored.
Today it's mopping floors. Next week it's the fries.
Yes.
I think this is a prototype.
You're a prototype.
I can't imagine them deviating from die casting for their slides. It's way
No.
too cheap.
Or maybe, well, I guess, yeah. I'd say it's actually 3D print them, like, some we know does, but
Yeah,
3D
would
printing's really
cost-
expensive comparatively.
yeah.
yeah.
So there's people that are 3D printing casting patterns and stuff now, but they already got the die cast machines. They should just make new dies for them. I think this is a prototype, but
Sand eyes.
but look at the shiny stainless steel screw that's actually been polished on a lathe.
You get
After
you get
being
like
made.
Matchbox cars with these?
That's not stainless, dude. That's aluminum.
It's possible. It looks like stainless steel.
That's aluminum.
The logo looks hand done, like somebody did with a pen.
Yeah, kind of. It almost
And-
looks like it has a grip safety on the back, it seems like.
Oh yeah, it does.
Well, you can't be too safe.
It doesn't have a clearly labeled grip zone though. I guess that's trademarked. So.
Oh, you can see overpaint on that logo, can't you?
Yeah.
Overspray. Huh. So they cut that out with an X-Acto knife at their desk on a
Totally,
piece of
yep.
paper,
Yep.
taped it on there, and then hit it with a.
You
quick
guys
shot
are
of,
saying this stuff like it's a
Raylon.
bad thing. What the hell?
I'm just
No, this
mean-
questioning their attention to detail.
this obviously is not the production gun.
This is nothing we've never done, ourselves, and so, right? Shoddily throw something together that people will buy.
Why does everybody look at me when you say that?
Yes.
Bart, I'm a little disappointed in you, sir.
Why do you
You're
think everybody looks at
You're
you?
always
when,
disappointed in
people
me.
say
What are you
that?
talking about?
I know,
You
but
still,
you're not
going to bring up that 50 caliber?
No. This time I'm bringing up the
hostage
last thing that I sent
popper?
you. Why aren't you drinking out of your ATF flask?
Because I'm not drinking hard alcohol.
Because he's literally.
You don't have to tell us that. You could fill it full of water and just show it off.
Yeah. I put it with my other flasks. I have a bunch of flasks. I just never use them. It's cool. I like
You
it.
could fill up each one with a different beer and just sit there and be downing flasks all night.
Yeah. Just show off. Oh yeah, I'm drinking this hard shit. Woo.
Yeah, see?
They're a pain in the ass to fill though too. Filling with beer would be
That is
doubly a
true.
pain in the ass because all
Yeah.
the foam would just go out the top.
Oh, yuck.
And you get like
nice-
half a beer in one.
Right?
You have to use
Yeah.
surgical tubing as a funnel.
Just keep pouring until beer comes out and the foam stops.
I have
wonder if-
flask funnels because who doesn't, right? But
I've
Don't-
lost mine, but
Yeah.
yes, I understand. What we need to do is take one of those, tap the bottom of it for a line, run that directly to a keg. Now you just put the flask in your mouth and hit the top of the keg. Beer shoots directly into your mouth.
Yeah, that's portable.
Totally.
Just get a long enough hose.
You could go anywhere in your house within the reach of your umbilical cord.
I had a kegger in my house for a while. It was I don't know. I'd probably still drink the same amount of beer. There's just more beer cans around now, I guess.
See, you've adopted a recycling standpoint. And I like.
Yeah. And it is actually cheaper to buy 30 packs as opposed to kegs.
Yes.
And you don't have the deposit. So
It's
Well, you do. Well, depends.
Lots of beer
Depends on your
cans can,
state.
can lead to.
Yeah, it
hand
depends
stuff.
your state. Some states charge like 10 cents a can deposit.
no, I meant the deposit on the keg.
Yeah, but I have like
We're aware.
tons of like extra kegs sitting around.
Yeah, you just take your old keg in and give it to them when you pick up.
Yeah. Well, being a alcoholic and being in college, they tend to accumulate. My dad always wanted me to bring them home because we'd cut the top out of the pony kegs and they'd make the greatest fucking horse waters because as much as they kick those things, they can't fucking destroy them like a bucket could.
Makes sense.
And they have great fucking built-in handles right on the top.
It's true.
On our ranch, the critters used to drink out of cut in half lengthwise water heaters.
55-gallon
Glass
drums
line
that used
water
to hold
heaters?
gasoline work really well.
You lay a water heater on its side, you cut the tank down them.
What about the glass? Is that
That's fine.
Mhm. That's why they sit out in the country.
Yep. We used a cut in half water pressure vessel for a part of the obstacle at West 2 and 4, and then a complete one as part of the bomb you would ride for our Doctor Strangelove themed event, where you had to sit on the bomb and shoot your Texas Star from that.
Did you have to
And
wave your hat with your other hand?
There is some video of doing that. Yes.
Nice.
You had to be on it backwards though.
Nah.
That's the only way it counted.
Forward. Nah, yeah, we let him face forward because we didn't want to see muzzles any more than we had to.
Just
Did you also have to go through the line of the list of equipment and utter the phrase, "Damn, a fellow could have a good time in Vegas with all that"?
Let me find you the picture, sir.
I mean, was that part of the stage procedure to where you got a procedural?
No, it was not. Cola Warrior doesn't have procedurals, sir. We have penalties.
All right.
Failure to take a selfie while on the bomb.
Correct.
We covered my last minute topic.
Sure.
No, we can go. I didn't add it, but you can go ahead and do that. Yeah.
Pennsylvania sticking up for gun owners.
Hey,
About
cool.
damn time.
Basically said you can't use somebody concealed carrying as a pretense for assuming that they're doing something bad.
Bravo, Pennsylvania.
So
People
basically,
do that?
basically they have there's a court ruling that basically said water is wet.
Yeah. Why would
but
being within
for
your
the
rights
fact
be
that
probable
four-
cause for anything?
yeah, except for the fact that 3 different federal circuit courts basically said that that was a fine pretense for stopping someone or searching them or shooting them. It's okay because they had a gun, so
It's ridiculous.
that's why it's a big deal.
How would they know that you just based on your CCW license? Is that what they're doing?
I don't know.
In the case that was cited
Pennsylvania.
was somebody
Yeah.
showing their gun to somebody, and the other, I assume other ones are printing or whatever.
Well, the one federal case was, the cop went to the wrong house, knocked on the door. The guy answered the door with a gun, and he shot him. And the Fourth Circuit or somebody said that was fine because he had a gun. So fucking
Didn't that one lose his leg?
there was another one where the guy lost his leg. Yeah, came to the house and the guy pulled a BB gun on them, and they shot him and lost his leg. Yeah. I can't remember the third one, but there were 3 different federal cases where basically being in possession of a gun was reason enough to either kill you or violate your rights and assume that you were guilty of something. And Pennsylvania basically said, fuck that. So
Yeah.
Good job, Pennsylvania. You still
know.
suck, but you're better than a lot of them.
yeah. Well, once we get the stupid Allegheny County shit thrown out, that'll be good.
As long as freaking Arlen Specter is still senator, Pennsylvania will suffer, as far as I'm concerned.
You're probably right.
The beatings will continue until morale improves.
Something like that.
Ooh, certified evil.
Arlen Specter's no longer a senator in Pennsylvania, right?
So improvement mandatory now?
Arlen Specter or Pat Toomey that was the douchebag?
Is that the old one?
A douchebag, and but Pat Toomey's kind of a Republican douchebag, and Bob Casey, the Democrat's the worst.
Hang on.
So the Republican douchebag means he can infringe on gun rights, and you'll be okay with it?
No, I mean, he can infringe on gun rights, and other Republicans will be okay with it.
At his peril.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, I've got a topic to add in at the last minute. Did you guys hear about the German politician who was advocating for immigration and saying if you don't like it, you can get the fuck out? So somebody solved that problem permanently.
They shot him.
Problem solved. Problem staying solved.
There you go.
Yep.
This is why
So
we
he
can't-
shot and killed him?
Yep.
Yeah.
In the head,
They
Huh.
fucking executed him in his backyard.
in his garden.
You mean there was a recall petition issued?
Yeah, he was recalled, all right.
You got recalled to heaven
Mhm.
or hell or whatever, Yeah.
Yeah, let's not get into semantics here. Let's just say he's out of office.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Well,
I say,
how
is
about
it-
the other thing is they had German Hillary at the fucking D-Day celebration.
German Hillary.
Why the fuck was German Hillary at D-Day celebration?
Who's
Nice
German
job,
Hillary?
Chuck bag.
Aren't they the ones we were fucking fighting? for
Everybody's invited. Come on.
D-Day?
now. That's
Everybody gets a
different
star.
Hey, the Germans were at Normandy too.
Hey, it wasn't over when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor.
They didn't win. They participated though, so you know.
Also ran.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
They got Normandy runner-up
They should have made her sit separate from everybody.
medals.
Fucking little kids table.
You should have like a little clear tent set up that they fog as they sat in there.
No, they could have a little short table with little chairs with Germany and Italy and Japan.
Ireland to be off by itself. Sweden.
Drunk as hell.
Another drinking, yeah.
We'll throw Henry Ford in there as a facsimile. History lessons, kids.
Wow.
Don't mind me just over here posting Heinlein quotes in the sidebar.
It's a lot funnier if you've read history, kids.
Well, it's not so well.
Depends
It's
on
not
who
really
wrote
funny, but helps you prevent from doing the same shit in the present.
No, this is the greatest timeline ever. Honk, honk.
Oh God! Don't even start that shit. Thing is, most people aren't going to get that.
Clown World.
Friend World is what it is.
Friend World, is that it?
Will you sub there too now?
I thought it was Rick.
You know me, I get around.
Yeah.
It's all about the Telegram now, baby. That's where all the real dissidents are. On
Is
Telegram.
that so?
Oh yeah.
Fun fact: the last telegram wasn't sent until like 2016 in India.
Really?
I'm gonna set up my own telegraph line just so I can reset that date.
Oh, nice.
Not to diss Heinlein, but this quote's missing. There's three categories: those who want to be controlled, those who don't want to be controlled, and those who want to control. It's the ones that want to control that you want to fucking watch out for.
Yeah, I mean,
that's just a
you can
small
say the
minority.
same thing about Heinlein. I mean, there are those that want to read Heinlein, those that are Heinlein, and those that don't want to read Heinlein.
Good point.
Fine, that's fine. But anyway, the political thing had.
Well, it's those who want people to be controlled. It's also those who want to be who want to control. The same group.
No, I don't think so.
You don't see many surly curmudgeons in politics.
No, they're not allowed. And they wouldn't go anyway.
Donald Trump.
Huh? He's not a surly curmudgeon. He's a fucking gadfly who fucking wants to be everywhere.
No, I'd take surly curmudgeon. That sounds accurate.
No. He's pretty much fucking. I'll do. Hey, look at me, everybody. I'm doing the thing and
Whatever. I do what I want.
Well, he is pretty much the greatest president ever. Just ask him.
Right. But no, Heinlein rules. But he was a little short on this one.
Well, he's trying to keep it brief.
Well, sure, yeah. With his thick.
He's
books
dead. We can say whatever we want about him. He can't correct
He was
us.
he was always being brief with his thick books about flying naked through space.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. I have that as a goal as well.
relatives.
Right.
That could be everyone's bucket list item: flying naked through space.
That'd be a little radiation-y, wouldn't it?
A little bit.
It's a bucket list item. Who cares?
Speaking of which, who fucking watched the Chernobyl miniseries?
Not yet.
This guy.
That was a great mini-series, I got to say.
No spoilers, but I'm going to tell you, there was an accident.
Ooh,
What?
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, there goes the whole show. I don't want to watch it now.
I'm out.
RBMK.
Excellent fucking. The fourth one was really like very pro ATF actually. So
And the fifth one was good.
yeah.
There's no fifth
You know-
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just on yesterday.
Oh.
Yeah, it's entitled Vichnaya Pamiat or something.
Hey, what'd you call me?
Vichnaya Pamiat?
I was gonna say I'm sure that Pest and Spivey have it on their Plex, so I'll just watch it there eventually.
Yeah, it's good though. It's like an hour and 10 minutes of
good.
pop, so it's like
That's a
6
name I
hours
haven't heard in a
of,
long time.
6 hours of
Yeah.
TV. The
Excellent.
podcast is really good too. So if you watch the show, then then listen to the podcast. It's great.
But it's different, or it's the same, or it's
No, it's like more background information about stuff.
excellent.
It's like the DVD director's notes kind of thing.
Mm.
More Heinlein quotes. Less dead silence.
I'm waiting for the paste.
All right, I'm getting there. Jesus.
Is this the I like big
Oh, there
butts
we
and
go.
I cannot lie?
Yeah, probably.
I want to be Jubal
All right, here we
Harshaw.
go.
I
Oh,
like
yeah.
naked
Jubal was
butts
a
and
good one.
face and I can't
Jubal, yeah, like sit around watching your staff swim naked in your pool all day.
Right?
Damn.
Yeah, that's the good life right there.
Hmm.
There you go. At least once, every human should have to run for his life to teach him that milk does not come from supermarkets, safety does not come from policemen, and news is not something that happens to other people. He might learn how his ancestors lived and that he himself is no different. In a crunch, his life depends on his agility, alertness, and personal resourcefulness. That's
Forgot
why
money.
we all have driver's licenses.
I
Forgot
don't.
money.
I know of the Heinlein quote, but I don't know which book or which one it came from. But it basically said the final weapon is the brain, all else is supplemental. Do you know
Yeah,
where
that
that comes
probably
from?
came up. That was probably Starship Troopers.
Hmm. But
Your
you
enemy
can't be
cannot
fat
push a
and slow.
button if he cannot use his hand.
If you're fat and wheezing, though, you can't implement any of this shit.
So
That's
stop
why
being
we have
fat.
guns.
I know. Shut up, God.
That's why we have guns.
Yeah, but we've proven at Cola Warrior repeatedly that if you're fat and wheezing and try and use a gun, you're probably going to use it really fucking poorly.
Oh,
So
yeah,
what if you
no,
just
definitely.
use the gun from further away and don't run and get fat and wheezy? Just be fat.
That's
Fat-
why mortars
fat-
exist.
I could make a case.
Yeah.
I could make a case that the fat and wheezy people are a prime candidate for optics ownership. That way, they don't have to get up and run. They can just shoot.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, but
That's what
most
I'm
of the
saying.
fat and wheezy people are buying fucking high points in AKs.
You can hit a target 1,000 yards away. You don't have to run anywhere. You just
Hey,
stand there.
I'm gonna take my rascal and get within 1,000 yards of you.
Yeah, see, and if you ban rascals from the bench rest range, you can actually claim that that's illegal because it's an ADA compliance issue.
Nice. Oh, that's what we should do, Pest. We should get the USPS.
Yeah.
We need some severe rascal control.
Fuck
IDPA
Polar Warrior. Have a
change.
jazzy scooter match.
Yeah.
Everyone's gotta have a jazzy scooter.
Now you're fucking talking. Yeah. I like
Yeah.
that.
You'd have
Yeah.
to do it in like a parking lot or something, somewhere where they actually be able to get around, though.
Like
Yeah,
a Walmart.
Your minimum weight to entry is 350 pounds.
Drive-by stage.
It's got to be regular pistol bays so that you'll have gamer rascals that have off-road tires and
Yeah.
juiced
I
up.
met a guy
See
who's
those tank ones that have like
There's
tank
a-
treads on
there's
them?
a wheelchair-bound dude who shoots for Ruger, who rides around in a tank-treaded fucking wheelchair and does 3-gun. I met him
Is
at
We
in
need those-
Nebraska at Zombies last year.
There's those
Ooh,
kids
right.
up in Maine to make us some. Yeah.
Yeah.
Zombies was just this last weekend.
Yep.
Your entry
And-
requirements could be you have to be a minimum of 350 pounds, have diabetes, and or are missing one leg.
Can we make it like a BMI thing? So it's
No,
not
it's got to be about 350.
BMI. Yeah. 350.
Wait, you can augment with weights, right? Or
I'd
no?
have to bulk up with that.
No, you're gonna have to get fat.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
You
but
gotta
it's
compete in this league. It's gonna sell out
Or-
really quick anyhow, though.
You
You
could
could be like
the,
the guy holding the Mac 10, the big
You
fat
could-
guy holding the
you
Mac
could be
10.
the
Yes.
you could be the same fat but taller.
Oh, that's true. If I cut my legs off, short wise, I'll be heavy for my height.
No. The aspect ratio isn't considered. It's purely by weight. So
Gotcha. Well, I've never
It's a-
been one to
it's a
shirk from a
bullshit
challenge.
system. It's a bullshit system.
I'm no quitter.
And on that note,
Get you some really heavy stilts. and a overcoat and a mustache that says.
Get my lead plate carrier.
I could do up some 1-inch AR 500 plates for you.
Nice.
Armored division though, you have the armor doesn't go on you; it goes on the rascal.
On the vehicle.
There you go.
Get the technical.
And we're back to the Killdozer.
A 2-seat
Killdozer
rascal.
Bobcat exists.
RPK in the back.
Bobcat edition. Yeah.
Do you want killdozers? Because that's how you get killdozers.
That would
I do want
actually-
Killdozers.
That would be a good stage because you could have somebody literally be in the tail gunner on the RPK.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
Man, the
This
world.
idea has either a lot of merit or a lot of insanity. I'm not quite sure.
Get one of
Who's
those
that?
Ninja Roxer Jeep things. Drive that around.
Holy shit, I just found the Gunnit theme as a Heinlein quote. Pasting now.
These are all really long.
Well,
just-
actually,
Yeah.
been really short.
It's like
Yeah.
written by somebody who writes words.
Who got
Yeah.
paid by the word? Weird.
Remember though.
Just be
you're-
glad that Moby Dick didn't write anything worth reading. Or what was his name? Herman Melville.
Yeah. Way to nail it there, Mitch.
Hey, I'm literary. I know about lits.
If you want to fucking read some shit that wants to make you kill yourself, just read Dostoevsky.
That's
I
Who's
read
got that?
Atlas Shrugged.
That's
That was
tough.
plenty of masochism for me.
Atlas Shrugged has got to be the worst book I've ever read.
Atlas
I got
Shrugged.
two-thirds of the
Rand
way through.
Rand was a philosopher, not an author, and we all know that.
Crime and Punishment's pretty fucking hard too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at least there's a
didn't start that one.
translation
There's
issue
a language. Yeah, there's a language barrier there.
Yeah.
My Ukrainian friend actually read Crime and Punishment in the original Russian, and I was just like, okay, you know, it was the title of the book, not like suggested activity. I mean, it just
My
He-
son took a Russian literature class, and he had to read 4 classic Russian, and he said they were really tough sledding.
They're dark.
Yeah.
Depressing.
Yeah. Like there is no happy ending.
No,
Yeah,
everybody
no
dies.
requirement in Russian literature for
It's
happy
it's like the Doors, man. I'm drunk. I'm nobody. I'm drunk. I'm somebody. I'm drunk. I'm fucking dead.
No, you're talking about the Pogues. That's more them.
I mean, if you guys want, you know, sad and depressing, just look at my post history.
Ooh.
True.
We could, but half of it's been deleted because you got fucking all your accounts
It is
banned.
like
Shut up, Bart.
literature. It is like Russian literature. Half of it's been purged.
Mhm.
Fair
And the
point.
rest is debaucherous.
He had this picture with all of us, and there's only 3 of us in the picture.
Thank you, KGB.
KGB, old school Photoshop.
And Rick and Morty's what, November? They said.
Oh, goody. I love
God
it.
damn it. You guys made me miss The Handmaid Tale debuting today.
Well,
Oh,
don't forget Archer's on
man.
tonight too, kids.
Ah.
Second
I'm so
one.
far behind Archer.
It's mysteriously slow to upload. It's been read for a while now, and it's still not available.
Bastards.
Maybe they're getting smart on the anti-piracy thing.
Well, to be fair, Archer's not as good as it used to be.
No, I jumped the shark a few seasons ago.
Hot Cocaine Pam was pretty good.
I thought this last one was pretty
Pam was fucking awesome.
Cocaine Pam was about the last fun season, honestly.
Cheryl Tunt is the hottest cartoon character ever.
She is so hot.
Choke
I'd-
me.
I'd be-
Sploosh.
I'm inclined to agree.
Oh boy, I would. Yeah. If I was a cartoon, I would wreck her.
What about Jessica Rabbit?
Nah, not the same.
Gold.
No, too,
I'm not horny. I'm just drawn that way.
Wow.
There were a whole bunch of lines from that fucking movie that I repeat to my parents later and got in trouble for.
I haven't watched it since I was a kid.
Yeah.
I should probably watch it again.
Yeah, it's worth watching now with the double entendres and situational comedy.
Mm-hmm. It's nice when they'd write those things in, for a kids movie that the parents could still go see and enjoy.
Yeah, at least not suffer the
Yeah,
whole
and
time.
It's like,
then when you
what?
watch it 2 decades later, that's what you call a twofer.
Yeah.
All right, fellas, I'm gonna wrap it up. I got the thing I gotta go to in the morning.
Yeah, I've got we got the gym at 4 a.m.
Yeah, we can probably sign off here since 10:30. Been an hour and a half. Open up the
That's
after
more than
show.
plenty.
We success the shit out of that
I just
show.
want to be
Salute.
clear
Fuck yeah.
that
Bye,
I'm
everybody.
the gym.
So